Okay, come on. Welcome to Bunnies TV across Australia and around the globe. This is Team List Tuesday. The Rabbitohs v Roosters. Friday, 8 p.m. at Accor Stadium, and what a game it promises to be. It's do or die. For the Rabbitohs, you win and you're in. You play finals footy. You lose and Mad Monday awaits. Now, we don't want to contemplate that, but yeah, it is a possibility, and we have to play a whole lot better than we did against the Knights. The less said about that game, the better. So it's the Ron Coote Cup, second leg, and the Roosters hold a 2-point advantage. So we've got to win by more than 2 points to win the Ron Coote Cup. The team news is, let me have a look here. Isaac Tuatupo-Thompson comes in on the right wing, and Blake Taff takes the spot of Latrell Mitchell, who is suspended. The team's much the same. Junior Totola to start, Cheekham to start. On the bench, we've got Jairo, Tallis Duncan, Amisele, and Davey Mawale. The extended bench is Tane Milne, Jed Cartwright, Pete Mamazelis, Dan Saluka-Fafuda, and Footy Dean Hawkins. So it is a powerful bench, and Isaac Thompson deserves his spot on the right wing. He's been scoring plenty of tries, scored 3 tries, I think, last week. So high hopes for him. Blake Taff, it's a little bit tough luck for the New South Wales Cup boys because they play their semi-final on Saturday at North Sydney Oval at 1 o'clock against the Warriors. So we're going to have a look at that side in a minute, but Jacob Gagai has taken Blake's spot, and Taffy is our man in first grade at fullback. On the night, they're going to be doing a tribute to the late Kyle Turner. Devastating news that was, so the club's going to be honouring him at the game. I'm just going to check the live stream that it's okay. Yeah, there it is, so that's working okay. We've always got to test that it's working fine. Also, MG is going to be giving away a car at their footy, so make sure you go. It's going to be a big night. 5 people will be selected, and 1 person will win an MG car. I spoke to Mick from the Rabbitohs at training today, and he said there's going to be MGs everywhere. So if you want to have a look at an MG car, come to the footy and have a look, and you might be able to win one. The old boys have got a function on there too, and I'll be attending that. We've got a bus going from the juniors, and I'll just put that on silent there. Bus going from the juniors. We're going to be up in the terrace watching the game. We might be going on the field, and it is just going to be a huge night. Now, I was at training today, and I did see that Isaac was playing. I went live, last-minute decision. So this is my second live for the day. Lever Havili didn't finish the session, so he's been ruled out. Not sure exactly what's wrong with him, but there's a bit of a loss there because we don't have Latrell Mitchell. He's suspended. We don't have Thomas Burgess. And on the field today at training was Big George Burgess. And I seen him and said, "Are you making a comeback, mate?" And he said yes, jokingly. But then he just said he's out there having a run with the boys. So good to see our grand final hero at training. So there was 3 2014 grand final heroes on the ground today. George Burgess, John Sutton, and Jason Clark. Yeah, so it is a huge clash. And I spoke to the 3 players up for interview today, Cameron Murray, Damien Cook, and Cody Walker. And they all seemed like they were up for it. It's backs to the wall. We've had a horrendous week, and I'm just going to go through it in a minute. But you are coming to this stream now with fibre to the premises. I've just been upgraded from fibre to the curb, so breaking news here on Bunnies TV. And the other good news is, when I spoke to Cam, is that he has signed till the end of 2028. So in a bludger of a week, when the club's in turmoil, the signing of Cameron Murray is a shining light for this club because we don't ever want to lose him. And let's hope he's a one-club player. He said by the time that 2028 contract's up, he'll be about 30. So I can see him just signing another deal that'll keep him in red and green for life at the Rabbitohs. You are watching this on our George's camera in George Street City. They are the best in the business for all your needs for camera, video, advice. They have a lot of shows, classes you can go to. I went to one the other day and there it was great fun. So the club is in turmoil and it hasn't been good. And I'm not going to go into depth about it, but I did speak to a few of the boys about it today. And one thing that Cody said was that when Cameron addressed the team, he said it can either, derail the place or we can band together and come out the other end. And that's what the plan is. The side has come together and I'm hoping that they come out on Friday and make a real statement against the Chooks. Does it get any bigger? The traditional rivals, the Book of Feuds, going to be a huge crowd there and we have to win. It's going to be something else. And Soccer Bros come on and said, "Hi, it's Split God, so you've changed your ID." And he said, "We better win this week and I'll be at the game. So, mate, come and have a look at the terraces where the old boys are, or if I'm on the field, just come and say hello." Yeah, so the turmoil, it hasn't been good. Sam was released, club legend, and the bomber, Johnny Morris, has stayed on, but he is leaving to go to the Tigers. He was out there today, bomber. Sam's statement was that his immediate focus is on his upcoming birth of his baby and preparing for his new role at Warrington. And Coach JD said, "I didn't want Sam out of the club." No. So I spoke to a few people there today. A lot of it's been blown out of proportion. Obviously, yes, there has been some dramas, but like what one person said to me is, look, we've released an assistant coach. At any other club, it wouldn't even hardly make the news. Anyway, Russell Coit's joined us and said, "Are they all back from Bali?" I'm not sure about that. And Soccer Bro said, "Easily 50,000 crowd." So it's going to be a big crowd. It's going to be worth the price of admission. I've just read out the team. And the Chooks have named Joey Manu in the centres. So I'm hearing he's going to be needled up and just go for it. The way he limped off last week, you wouldn't have thought he'd be playing. They have lost Warrior Hargraves for his dual offences in the last game that you all probably saw. It was a high tackle and a headbutt. So that somewhat offsets the loss of Thomas Burgess for us. I did write that in my Team List Tuesday article. Make sure you have a look at my article there on bunniestv.au. It's got both the team lists. And you help me out by reading my articles on bunniestv.au. We have also got a new Instagram, and I'll just show you that. It's Bunnies TV AU, all one word. Give us a follow there. Appreciate that. Now, yeah, I had some good chats with Cody, Cookie, and Cameron, and Cameron's chat was funny because we're having a mag about the dramas and all this sort of stuff, and it was right at the end of the session, and all the boys, the top 30 squad, had come out behind us and were saying, come on, Cam, because they wanted to finish, and then they started the chant, and it was quite funny, so we had to cut the interview short. But just at the end, I congratulated Cam for his engagement, and I saw his ultrasound of his little baby daughter that he put up, and, so he's really happy about that, and we didn't get to chat too much about it because the interview finished, but yeah, I'll never forget having my daughters too, and it was my daughter Demi's 26th birthday the other day. We went out for a lovely dinner, and I love my girls, and shout out to the Mrs. Sam, love you too. Richard Harris has joined us and said this will be a huge game, and he says, Cam the model, Murray, absolute champion. He is an absolute champion. So it's good that we've signed him because we didn't want him going anywhere. Russell Coit said, loved your call on Saturday. Shame you're not going to do Bunnies v Roosters. Yeah, so it was actually Sunday, grand final day. A lot of you would have tuned in live and free on Bunnies TV. A couple of games there. We caught the end of the Rovers and All Blacks game, and what a finish that was. It was a brutal end. Rovers scored a late try thanks to young Jake Trindle, son of Tricky. The game was over, and then the All Blacks got a bit spiteful. One bloke got sent off, and then in the very next tackle, they decided to put the biff on, and it wasn't good. And then later on, outside, there was a girl fight, which I have seen the footage of, and it was quite confronting, and there was a glassing apparently. So the riot squad was called. You should have seen the police presence. It was surrounding the whole of Redfern Oval. I don't know what they thought was going to happen, but gee, they were out in force, I suppose. They weren't sure what was going on. But anyway, so the All-In Brawl fight on Bunnies TV, I put that up and on its own. It's gone viral on our TikTok and Instagram and Facebook. It's had about 500,000 views just on our TikTok because I'm not promoting violence and saying it's good. It was horrible. It was a real sour end to what was a great win by the mighty Alexandria Rovers. But people do like seeing that sort of stuff, the old biffo, and that footage was, yeah, that's right, Russell, you said Sunday. So, and Soccer Bro said, I heard there will be 2 girl refs. Yeah, I think Casey Badger is going to be one and someone else, so good luck to them. And I did speak to the Badge, and he is an assistant at South, and I asked him about Mitch Petrida, who refereed the A grade, and what a win that was. But firstly, Mitch, yeah, good referee. He's going to be going into grade next year, and he could become a first grade referee, so shout out to the family there. But yeah, the A grade. Only talking about this because I got asked about it, but what a game. I mean, Maddo were leading 18-8 with 12 minutes to go. And me and Milo were doing the call, and thanks to Milo and my brother Greg Maven for helping out. And they had the game won, Maddo, but they just sort of took the foot off the gas a little bit, and there were some good tries from the All Blacks team. Jay Belgrave at the end, the second rower, chipped over the top, regathered, found his winger, and he scored the winning try. It brought the house down. It was an amazing game of footy, and very similar to last year when Maddo scored and won on the bell. So commiserations to Maddo. They didn't get the back-to-back result they wanted to, but All Blacks, I think they deserved a win in the end. They played some super footy to come back. They scored 5 tries to 3, but only won by 2 points because they couldn't kick a goal. So real deserved winners. Russell Coit said, what happened to Kirill Phillips? I think him and Coach Wesy P, well, I'm not going to say what happened, but he wasn't there anyway. And congrats to Wes Patton. I had a chat to him before the game. He gave us a few heads up. And he gave us a heads up on that Jay Belgrave that he can pull a try out when needed. And, geez, didn't he do that to win the grand final for the All Blacks? So that was sensational footy there. And the stream's been well received. All the little bits I've clipped up have been well received. And some of the shorts that I shot just with the phone have gone well. So a real good day of just junior footy. So I'm very pleased with that. On the bye weekend, it fell just nicely for the channel. And thanks to everyone who looked at stuff that we shot, that watched the live stream, liked, comment, subscribe. You all know the drill. So welcome to the new members of the channel. Welcome to the new subscribers. Thank you, everyone who supports Bunnies TV. And we're just going to have a look at the pathways. And I'll just put up the old boys thing. So any old boys that aren't aware, this is our Old Boys event, and send a message to Bunnies TV and I'll put you in touch about how to do this. So we want as many old boys that played. So if you played under 21s, reserve grade, if you were a strapper, we all want you to come to our events. And this one's a good one. Picked up at the juniors, like I said, take you to the game, take you home again. And it's good for us former players' mental health. So if you're watching this and you're not part of SPA, South Players Association, send me a message and I'll hook you up. We're also brought to you by, before I get to the pathways, Darryl Lee, Celebrate Together. You can get those on their website, the gift boxes. Blast Pit, there's Nick, FC Blaster. They've got a new premises there at Little Bay. Sight Pizza, there it is, Sight Pizza Maroubra. The food there is unbelievable. I went in there the other night and had a feed with Glenn, the owner, and he brought out these pizzas and meals and magnificent food there. Do yourself a favour, I promise you. It's across the road from the Pagewood Hotel. Top Hill Constructions, they're proud supporters of us here on Bunnies TV. NG Farah Real Estate, they're at Kingsford there, Coogee, they've got a store at Malabar. Drop in, mention Bunnies TV, they will look after you. Established 1962. You're watching this on our George's camera, and there's Adam, the boss, and I had a coffee with him the other morning. Go into George's in George Street, ask for Adam, tell him Bunnies TV sent you, and you will get a good deal, I promise. And Russell Coit said he loves the Darrell Lee Rock. Well, he's called it Rocky Road. It's called Rock Lee Road, as in Darrell Lee. And yes, it is magnificent. Magnifique. The Rock Lee Road with the marshmallow and the nuts. Oh, it's beautiful. The juniors, I took that photo the other day right out the front, panorama, and because I got off the light rail after I went into George's cameras, and that is the entertainment capital of South Sydney. Barnaby Water. I have got one here, so I don't really need to show you that one because I've got one right here. Bunnies Water, proud supporters of us here at Bunnies TV, and they support the Kajaga Foundation. So every bottle of Bunnies Water you buy goes to a good cause. Okay, so I intend to go to the Pathways on... Where's the Pathways team? Here it is. Tony Day's graphic. So there it is, the New South Wales Cup team. So Jacob Gagai will take Blakey Taft's spot at the back, but he's played some great footy this year, Gags. You know, Tommy Carr, Josiah Karapani, Danny Milne. Now, Tyro Munro is considered unlucky. I got him kicking a goal at training today. You have a look at that on our YouTube shorts. Dion Tiapa, Footy Dean Hawkins. There he is in the graphic. DSF, Dan Saluka Fafuta. He wouldn't look out of place. He's also named on the extended bench. Pete Mamazellas, Brock Gray, Benny Lovett, Jed Cartwright, Jackson Arami, Shannon Gardner, Buddy Gordon, Matt French, who we saw the other day at Redfern. Ethan O'Neill, and the 18th man is Tristan Alvarado. So Russell Coit said JPY performs at the juniors. I hate the music. They got some good shows up there. I think Effie is on, is it this Saturday night, or she might have already been on, but there's some great shows coming up. Like I said, the entertainment capital of South Sydney. You can't go wrong there. The three clubs, the juniors Kingsford, the juniors Maroubra, and the juniors Malabar. And yeah, so that's about it. Thanks to everyone who's been live chatting. Apologies if I haven't got to everyone there, but did have a great day out at the Usana Rabbitohs Centre today. Thank you to the Rabbitohs for giving me that access. I was able to interview exclusively players one-on-one. Took photos of all the boys and shot some nice video of the boys doing various things. So it is a privileged position. I did share a 10-minute video for members only. So become a member of this channel. There's a couple of different options there. It's very affordable, and you get to see stuff that the general public don't get to see because membership has its privileges. So thanks again to everyone for watching this show. We've got to win this Friday. Look, like I said on the live stream, we haven't been playing well, and backs hard against the wall. And with all the turmoil at the club, let's just hope that these boys can just get it together, play the footy we know they've got to play. We've got the talent to do it. Get the win against the Roosters. And then, once we're in the finals, who knows? It's never been won outside the top four, but all that means is one day someone's going to do it. So, let's go Rabbitohs. Russell Coit said he had site pizza every week opposite the Pagewood Rex. Best in Maroubra. It really is good. I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed if you either dine in or take away at Site Pizza Maroubra. They're also at Little Bay. And right next to them at Little Bay is the new blast pit premises in there. And they're getting it all set up. But that is a great facility too. So, plenty of sponsors. And Brad Hoskin said, we thrive on pressure. You know that. Yes, Hocko. I saw you the other day at the grand final. What a day it was. Well, that's it. I mean, there's a lot of pressure. It doesn't get any better than this. The showdown at Acor. Rabbitohs v Roosters, the traditional rivals. Can't wait. And I'll leave it at that. Let's go Rabbitohs. Let's beat the Roosters. See you later.